75-5424 Westinghouse, 6 American families, take 1.
Let's first touch. We don't know. All right, look out. Get out the way, please. Damn it.
Most men are violent. Most men are afraid to admit it. Or maybe they're ashamed to admit it. But most men are violent. Most of our lives are based around violence. We try to repress that same violence a great deal. We say that we're civilized. But we look around at some of the things that men do. We have to realize that we're not civilized at all. I do possess the capacity for extreme violence, for instance. If circumstances were such where it was either me or the other guy out there on the street in a confrontation as officer to, let's say, perpetrator, something like that, he'd have to go.
If you want a shot fired, you are being shot at. Down in the crouch. Down in the crouch, fellas. Look up for the perpetrator. Don't lose your perpetrator, gentlemen. Where you? Shoot me!
I feel that I'm quite fortunate because I have a husband that loves me. I have kids that I know that care for me and concerned about me. It makes me quite happy to know that if I'm on the Long Island Railroad and the trains are delayed for one reason or other, my family become concerned. And I feel that I could thank God because I'm very happy. And if I had it to do all over again, I would do it the same way. I wouldn't change a thing.
We've known each other 22 years. We've been married 18 of those 22 years. And my love for her, right, has not diminished. If anything, it's gotten stronger. However, right?
Family film, ready to roll.
I'm Paul Wilkes, and this is the George family. As a family, they live in a quiet, middle-class, integrated neighborhood in Queens, New York. It's called Laurelton. Bob is a policeman, and he's assigned to one of the poorest parts of Brooklyn, a neighborhood called Bedford-Stuyvesant. Peggy works for a major insurance company in still another New York, in a skyscraper on Park Avenue. We've made a film about their lives, but now we're doing something quite different with it. We invited the George family to view the film with us. Their reactions, recorded by our cameras, form an integral part of the program you will see.
News time is 6:02. Going to be another warm day today. The weatherman says sunny and hot, the high in the 90s. Tonight, fair and mild, the low between 70 and 75. Tomorrow, hot again, the high between 90 and 95. In New York, 72 degrees. The humidity is 63%. The wind out of the southeast at 8 miles. All the major approaches to the TW Bridge are heavy. Those stalled tractor trailer trucks on the Gowanus Expressway and on the southbound major D.
Hey, you want to finish this up? Peggy and I hardly ever get to have breakfast together. 2 days out of 3, I'm on nights, but Peggy's job has normal working hours. Don't forget to lock the door. My shifts rotate, so when I'm on days, I take Peggy to the train. Say, your court's getting ridiculous. It's worse than ever. Tell you one thing, when you're in an air conditioner unit, man, this is too much.
Man in the back, have a seat. Hold it down, Marty. Okay, hold it down. Ward, Powers, you have the 1335 ring, 19 meal. George. Here. Owens. Here. Sector Henry, 1535, with 10 ring, 630 meal.
Now, if someone walks up to you, stops you because they've had an accident, once it's reported to you, a license exchange is not valid. You must make out an accident report. Once again, they're worried about corruption. They're afraid that we might have taken $5 not to make out the accident report.
There's no policy number, there's no agency. Yeah. There's no name, it's unidentified, but they have two amounts. See, two different types of cases. Now the other one, she says I can issue on the other one and the other one.
Well,
but
you can.
But on the other two, she says you better ask.
That's all you had?
That's all I had. See, I didn't want to do anything on the other two until I found out what I had to do with the others.
Okay.
But I can do it. Okay.
Hold your hand up. Now just turn it to me. I want to see how deep you put it. Right here? Yeah. Put the bandage on and keep pressure on it. Now, how did the knife come into play?
The knife came into play by the one in the red. The one in the red came after me with a knife. The one in the blue shirt ran in the back and got the gun again. Ran in the back and got the gun again.
Like a trailer sickness leading up there. And they said they're going to break it again. This from the conclusion we got that they're breaking.
There was a change as far as this cover sheet, but the numbers stayed the same.
Right.
Yes, but I wonder. But now.
No. See, actually, the change probably went through, but tape isn't changed anymore. What about the 6'4"?
Let's get it together, brother. Let's get it together. Come on. Let's go inside. Let's go. Sit down over here. Sit down. Sit down. Sit over here. Come on. Come on. Just relax. Just relax. Sit down. Sit down.
You could be 1 month, and you could be a 20-year veteran, and you could really, you know, get hurt pretty bad on the job.
Don't tell me that there's nobody. Come on. All right, so you try to cause trouble, right? See what you trying to start?
Oh, so let me have him by my son. Let me have this man here.
That's it right there. He don't live here. He want to start some trouble. He don't live here. But come on, y'all, let's go in the house because this man do not live here. He do not live here.
This is something come out here every time I show me.
I have 1237. 12-3. Good night. Good night.
Don't put a rush on that bus. Try to take it easy. Stay with it.
How you feel now? How you feel? Huh? A little better? Feel a little better? All right, get the chair. Let's get him out of here.
The chair's here.
All right, somebody with officer, you want to give us a hand? You got it. Turn it right on. Turn it right on. Yeah, I would like to say,
Right now, if we see each other, I'd say 10 hours out of a whole week, we're doing good. Because I'm leaving, he's coming in. It's this thing of leaving notes and trying to get a call in at lunchtime, or you're trying to get a call in at your mealtime. And I miss not being able to sit down and talk to you, say when I come home from work, or you come home from work in the evening hours, or on Saturday or Sunday, just sit around and talk like we used to do.
Like it was in the beginning.
Right.
I'd like to see this again. I think that was some of the best times in our lives because of the fact that it was just us.
It's just the two of us, and we only had the two of us to worry about.
I'd like to see that again.
Peggy, I'm interested about your working. What does it mean to you?
It means a little extra things in the house that we want that we don't have to wait for. In other words, if I see something, I say, well, I like that couch, or I like that chair. I don't have to wait for it.
Why did you decide to go back to work?
I decided to go back to work because the kids were in school all day. They didn't require my constant supervision anymore. They had their own set of friends. They were taking off this place and that place. And I found myself alone most of the time. Everyone would come home and they would talk about the activities of the day, and I had nothing to talk about. I was very dull, and I didn't like it. And I'm not a type of person that makes friends very easily. I found myself in the house all the time, and it became very boring, and I became quite depressed over it.
Yeah, I can remember.
Quite depressed. I used to have periods of just crying. I mean, nothing physically wrong with me, but just crying for no apparent reason at all. And it was the depression that was getting to me. And that's when I went back to work. It became a challenge then. Doing something, and not only money, but being able to accomplish something, and just to see for myself if I could do it.
Bobby, would you want your son Derek to be a policeman?
Derek, yes. I'd like to see him be in the military.
I wouldn't.
You would not?
No, I would not. I would not. Because worrying about one coming home every night, you'd have to worry about two making it home every night. I don't think I could take it.
I don't know about becoming a policeman. Gotta go out in the street every day and wonder if you're gonna come back.
You're afraid?
Yep.
Peggy, you're afraid too, aren't you, for Bobby?
Yes, I am. When the phone rings and he's at work, you're a little frightened to answer it sometimes because you don't know what it's going to be.
It's something you live with every day,
You learn to live with it. You learn to live with it.
Oh, boy. Oh, God.
Her name is Mary.
Deborah right there, right? Look at Derek. Wasn't he perfect? You know that call, Bob? Yeah, I sure do, Eddie. Come on, Derek, get back in there.
Look at you. I wish they were that age now.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're so cuddly, and, you know, like you could hold them, and you could kiss them, and they wouldn't, you know, like now you try to kiss them, and they beat you off, you know, when they were smaller. They were so cuddly.
Look at same haircut, same clothes, same walk, same left hand on the hip, same everything left hand on the hip, right? Everything. Nothing changed.
If I met a man like my father, I think I have. I really have sometimes. I think that's the type of man I like, you know, something like my father, but not in every sense or in every way he is, but his sense of humor and his ways. So that's what I like, you know. But I think most of the guys that I'm attracted to are like some parts, some way like my father. I would never marry a police officer either. It's really hard to, like, every day, or like you're going somewhere, or you want to go to a party, or you want to go out. It's kind of like restricted because things are so bad out in the street. And he wanted to see us have a good time, but how should I say, I guess he don't want to see nothing happen to us, but he's holding kind of strong on us, keeping us kind of close or tight.
I think he's a little suspicious of everybody. I think it could be due to his job. He always wasn't like that. He was more relaxed around people. But I think due to his job, I have noticed that change in him, that he's suspicious of everybody. In other words, you're a suspect first.
Certain boys, you know, I bring home, or I want my father to meet, he'll look him over, up and down. He'll give him the third degree. Or where you're from, or you live out here, or how long you lived here, or where your parents are from, this and that. And sometimes I get embarrassed. I get so embarrassed. I don't know if all fathers do this or not. But if they don't, I wish like he would, wish he would be like maybe an ordinary father, like just let everything lie. If I came home and told my mother I was pregnant, well, we talked about that before. She'd sit down and talk to us. She'll talk to us.
My mommy.
And
my mommy.
that was really one of the topics we really talk about, because like we get to that age and you never know what might happen, so she said that she would talk to us and ask us, you know, what we'd like to have. We want the baby, or we want to have an abortion. And it would really be up to us. But I think if we would keep the baby, she said she would help us out as much as she could. She probably quit her job so we could continue school. Well, they had told me, like, when they were younger, that their mother and father couldn't talk about sex. So, like, sex was like a dirty word. You couldn't talk about it. It was like a no-no in the house. And, like, she said, like, she always was, like, trying to be different from her parents. And bring us stricter than they are now. They want to bring us up a little different from where they brought, you know, them up. And so, sex is an open conversation in our house.
We have tried to raise them to relate to us. Whatever the subject, whatever the conversation may be, you tell us about it. My father, he didn't think much of giving kids a voice in things. As far as he was concerned, he was always brought up to believe that kids were seen and not heard.
My father was very, very strict. If my parents said, do something, you never questioned it. If my parents wanted you to do anything, whether it was go to the store or do anything, they would ask you, well, sister or Bob, would you do such and such a thing for me? And there's only one answer you can give, and that's yes. If you say no, you know, you would get a whack across the mouth, whatever it was, you still had to do it. And my father was the type of person, we did fear him. We loved him, but we were also afraid.
Very much so.
Very much so.
Well, Gary.
Hey, hang on there, Margie.
Long time no see.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Long time no see. I saw you a couple weeks ago. How are you? All right. You want to kiss me, too? Say what? You don't say what? You don't appeal to me.
Daddy drove interstate tractor trailers all during World War II. He didn't have much time even just to relax around the house because he might come home, let's say, on a Thursday morning. Thursday night, he was back on the road again. He might be going as much as a week at a time. Here's another one to remember.
You mean the time when...
You wanted to take me apart?
Oh, yeah, the time you put them 13s up my face?
That one have to get to. I put 13s in my face because my father decks me. The head goes down, the feet raise automatically. He says I'm trying to kick him. No, I was trying to keep from breaking my back when I fell. You know what I mean?
That's exaggeration.
Daddy was great for this. Put your back flat against the wall and say, stand there while I punch in your face. Any normal kid is gonna move, right? You go like this, bang, he smashes the wall, he says, oh, okay, because he missed, right? You know why we're here today? Because it's the same thing. We were taught survival at a very early age.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you turn around, you come home from work, and you start decking us too, and you can hit almost as hard as Daddy could. We all wound up on looking at stars. Why else, right? How about Daddy and his radar machine?
Children I raised.
Yeah, well, that's like my father. Look how bad we were.
Well, what do you expect?
I honestly believe if children were raised a little more stricter today, we wouldn't have all the crime we have today.
That's right.
I don't believe so. Right. I honestly do not believe so. All our discipline begins in the home. That's where we learn our first basic training is in the home, family, raising, and which people don't do today. They haven't been doing it in years. And this is why we have so much crime. This is my belief. We had to live on a weekly paycheck of $7 a week. 7 and the family. And I still today, I don't know how we ever survived. But I give my wife credit. She was the one that kept the purse strings together. Sometimes I get so disgusted you want to give up. But one thing I always realize, see, these children didn't ask to be brought in this world. I and my wife were responsible for these children being in this world. And if I could, I would stick with the family. I never quit. We've been married 47 years, and I'm still here yet.
Dad can be severe. At least, you know, when we were growing up, we were small, when he wanted to be about the situation, but he had a little time for self-pity.
Well, I was strict, fair, but strict.
If I hadn't had the type of parents that I do have, who's to say, you know, which direction in life I might have taken?
Your daughter was talking about the suspicious father she has. You buried your head in your hands. What about it, Bobby? Are you this... How do you feel about being called a suspicious father?
I think they're absolutely right. I am suspicious.
Debbie, what about you? In the film, it really sounds like it holds you down a little bit, Debbie. Do you have that feeling that his suspicion kind of does that?
Well, I did. I do. That it holds us down. It seems like we kind of trapped, or we like in a room where you can't get out. But he's changing a lot. Everything is changing. So now I'm getting out the room and I'm out in the hallways now. I'm getting out the door now. In the hallway.
You're in the hallway, but you haven't gotten out the front door yet?
I'm getting there, but not quite.
That's a great way to put it. I'd like to talk about what Debbie and Karen were talking about when they were walking on the road. They mentioned that they could be more open with you folks about sex, that could be discussed. Now, has it been discussed in the home, and to what degree?
Well, we have discussed sex in the home from their first question when they were very little. And I never believed in telling the kids a lie about it. Nothing was held back. And to this day, we still talk about it. Anything they want to talk about, we'll talk about it.
What about premarital sex? Is that ever...
Oh, yes.
Okay. And what is your...
Well, I don't like it. I personally don't like it. But if it should happen, I'm sure they wouldn't run home and tell me. But if, let's say, one of them became pregnant because of it, we would talk about it. I wouldn't throw them out of the house or anything like that. I don't think I would do that. But I would try and find out, why did it happen? Why? Because I feel the main reason that we have such open discussions is to prevent this type of a thing.
This is a hypothetical question, but what if they wanted to, for instance, go on birth control pills? Would you help them to do that, say, where they were having a steady relationship with a young man?
No, I would not. No, I would not, because I would be in a sense saying, well, go ahead. Everything is open. Have your fun. No, I would not.
They are living under their parents' rule. In a sense, under their parents' viewpoints, respect those viewpoints. If there comes a time in their life where they want to go on birth control pills, or they want a steady relationship, or they want to, engage in premarital sex, fine. But make sure they are, first of all, of age, legal age, and basically it's not in their home. Because I wouldn't like it. My wife doesn't like it. And it is our home.